guys, from Barbara. It's Monday again, so here I will show you another ketogenic recipe. If you remember, last week we prepared Savoy cabbage. We made some rolls with the external leaves. So today I will show you how to prepare the inner leaves. There will be some delicious tagliatelle made with veggie. But if you didn't watch last week's video, I will put a link up here, down in the description and at the end of this video, because those rolls are really amazing. So today's ingredients are the inner part of our Savoy cabbage, a garlic clove and some salt to give it flavor, good extra virgin olive oil for the cooking, and this beautiful prosciutto that will become a great topping. Let's start by boiling some salty water, and I don't need to tell you that covering the pot will make this process faster and your kitchen less steamy. Meanwhile, we can dice our prosciutto. I am using this charcuterie mainly because I'm Italian and I love it, but you can also use normal ham, bacon or jamón. Sometimes I add speck. That is a smoked prosciutto that comes from the Alps, and that's my favorite, but I don't find it easily here in Sweden, so just feel free to use the cold cuts that you have. Even pancetta can be a very good option. Now that our prosciutto is cut, it's time to make it crunchy, so it will become a delicious topping. To do it, you just have to add some olive oil to a pan, and I highly recommend you to choose a big one so your ham won't overlap. I also suggest to put the heating at medium power in order not to burn the olive oil. So easy peasy, just oil and prosciutto at medium heat. Time to clean and dice also the garlic clove. If you are not using a very fresh one, you will notice a darker part in the middle of the clove. In Italy, we call it the soul of the garlic, and it is the most difficult part to digest, so I always eliminate it. Do you have an English word to call it? If you do, please tell me, because otherwise I will always call it the garlic soul. A special thank you to all the people watching my videos in English despite my very strong Italian accent. And now let's take care of our last ingredient, the star of this dish, the beautiful Savoy cabbage. Slicing it, it's truly fun, and you will be amazed by the perfection and the creativity of Mother Nature creating this curly vegetable. This time I didn't cut the inner and central part because I did it in my previous recipe. Do you remember? We are using now only the inner part of the cabbage because we did cabbage rolls with the outside leaves. But if you are using a new cabbage, you should definitely do it. Eliminate the very hard inner part. Our salty water is already boiling, so it's time to add the Savoy cabbage to it for about 5 minutes in order to make it softer. You could also skip this step if your cabbage is already quite soft, because in that case it will be enough to put it in a pan with some olive oil and to cover it with a lid. But today let's do it properly, and while our veggie is boiling, we can check and end the cooking of our prosciutto. As you can see, the delicious topping is scrunchily ready, so we can put it aside, and we have now the space for the next pan that will be the one where we will finish the cooking of our cabbage. So it's definitely time for our last step. I'm using the biggest pan I have because I will need space for my veggies, but I will start by browning the garlic clove that I diced before in some olive oil. The heat should be at medium power because we don't want to burn the oil nor the garlic. As you already know, burned garlic and onion become very bitter and unusable, so they should always be cooked at medium heat. Today it is another beautiful sunny day here in Stockholm, but we are still self-isolating due to the coronavirus spread, so I cannot take you with me for a walk, but I hope you can feel how this light is helping all of us to go on with this long quarantine. The leaves are soft, so it's time to drain all the water and to add our sliced cabbage to the pan. Both the oil and the garlic will give it flavor, but taste to see if it needs a little bit more salt. Mine definitely need some salt, but I always be careful not to add too much because the prosciutto is already very salty, so consider that if you add bacon, jamón, what you decide to add, consider that it will be salty too. Look how perfect is our low-carb, high-fat side dish with the crunchy prosciutto on top. I really hope you will try this super easy but delicious keto recipe because it has been a great success here in my family, and let me know if you tried and if you like it. But before saying goodbye, I would like to show you how blue is the sky right now in Stockholm. I really hope you liked today's recipe and you will consider subscribing to my channel. See you here with a ketogenic video in English every Monday, but also with the same video in Spanish on Wednesday and in Italian on Friday. See you next week and thank you all!